What's going on YouTube? AR Car Reviews here again with another video, and as you can tell, it is beautiful outside. I know you guys see the sun beaming on my face, you know what I'm saying? It's your favorite unemployed YouTuber. We are here again, and we got another part we got to install on the Mustang, but let them sirens go first because I don't know what's going on. Dang, cops can be annoying sometimes, man. Turn this shit off, man. We gotta replace our door panel inserts on the Mustang. Why? Because this is how they look.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
So as you guys can see, it looks absolutely terrible. It started peeling off, and I think it's a common problem. I don't know if Ford used a good hot tool as glue for these, but yeah, they just immediately peel off with no pressure. So yeah, we're gonna fix that today. We have a product that I bought. It was a little expensive, but there's a lot of cheaper ones online. I didn't want to take the chance. I wanted to do one and done, so that's what I'm gonna show you guys in the video today. So hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully it comes out good. So this is how it used to look before I got angry and just ripped it off. But yeah, you can see right here it started to peel a little bit, and the other one was peeling on the top, so I just ripped it off because I was tired of dealing with it. All right, so there's a couple things you are going to need for this installation. Of course, you're going to need the actual new trim itself. I honestly thought I was just going to spray paint the one that I had black and then re-glue it on, but I just figured it would just keep peeling off after that, so it didn't make no sense. So this is the new door inserts from DashSkin. And this is pretty expensive. It's about $130, but it comes in with a fluid that allows it to adhere to the door panel, so you don't have to really worry that much about needing that much other things. With that being said, you do still need some other things, so let's talk about that. And I'm gonna open this in a little bit for you guys so you can actually see, but right now you can tell it's looking pretty good, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, baby? So another thing you're gonna need is some isopropyl alcohol, and for all you guys that want to do this as well for your car, I'm going to link everything below. I got everything from Amazon, so if you want to do that as well, go right ahead. And also, if you're trying to do this, please use my link in the description. It's gonna come back and give me a little bit of something, you know what I'm saying? It's your favorite unemployed YouTuber. I gotta do it. And then lastly, I got these plastic scraper tools just so we could scrape off some of that foam thing we saw before. I got the plastic because I didn't want to damage it up, and the glue that we're gonna need is with this. So first things first, let's talk about the price, because $139 is pretty expensive, especially because when I go on eBay, I could get the same thing for like $40, I think. I don't even remember anymore, but I don't think they're gonna come with the whole kit, like with the glue and all that type of stuff. So I figured I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna get the known brand that everybody likes and everybody loves, because it gotta be a reason everybody love it, right? Let's find out. All right, so we got it right here, and man, this thing looks really, really nice. It looks really, really nice. I like the black. I like the little grooves on it. It looks a little sporty, you know what I mean? But yeah, it is a plastic piece. I don't know if that's gonna matter to some of you guys, but it is a plastic piece. I know that the foam that was there was like previously like some type of leather or something like that, but yeah, this is a plastic piece. And of course, we also get this silicone RTV adhesive. I'm gonna leave this in the sun just so it can cure a little more, or just warm up a little bit. It says that you're supposed to allow 8 to 12 hours for curing. Open vehicle windows for air circulation. Adhesive uses, and it says a lot of words, but basically it needs about 8 to 12 hours to cure, which is not good because I am not home. Should have thought about that. It is what it is. All right, guys, so we're gonna have to listen to this voiceover because I don't know how to use expensive camera equipment. Stick to your phone, guys. Now, if you're watching this video, your door panel probably has already started to peel like a banana. But if it hasn't, use a small knife to take off the top layer so that you can see the asbestos growing beneath it. Then you can start scraping that off with the scraper. Now, I would recommend using a plastic one because the metal ones just might damage your door. But if you are careful, either way, you can use either one. But just make sure that the scraper itself is small. After some time, it should look just like this. Then use a small knife to clean out some of the excess foam around all of the edges, and finally wipe the surface down with rubbing alcohol. I got the spray bottle, which of course the nozzle didn't work on the first time I'm using it, but you could always just dab some on a microfiber and let it dry after a minute. Now we could start applying the RTV to the back of the panel, but just make sure you have the right side matched up because this stuff can dry very quickly and get very messy. All right guys, so here is how we are looking. You can see that it looks really clean, really clean. Like there's not much on it. There's a little bit of debris from me cleaning up the spot, but you know, all that stuff I could take care of later because rubbing alcohol does make it a little ashy, I want to say. So what we're going to do now is we're going to apply the RTV to the cover and of course put the cover on here and then give it a little bit of time to just prep with the tripod. And then of course we're going to do the same thing on the passenger side now that has a little bit of time to cure. But I think it's going to look so good. I've already test fitted it and it's clean. It's clean. I applied a decent amount of RTV to the lines and inner creases to make sure all of them sides would have proper adhesion. Do not apply any to the outer edges, cause that would just ooze out from the door panel. And now we just paste it onto the door panel and it should click in like a Lego piece, and then bada bing bada boom, you're done. All right, so as you guys can see right here, I have the tripod set up on it, you know, just holding the pressure. So, you know, ideally it would be good if you had 2 or 3 on each side, but fortunately that's all I got right now. When I go home, I'm gonna have more tripods set up so it can actually make sure it adheres to it. But I think the amount of RTV we put is a good amount, you know, very leisurely, and don't see much escaping out. So yeah, I think it's pretty good, and I think we are good to start on the next side, which is right here. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so we have the passenger side, which is strangely in very good condition, but you can see right here it has this little flap at the bottom. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pull up on this flap, and there it goes. Got this off. We could throw this out now, have no need for this, and then start peeling off this side. So I'm gonna finish this up. Obviously you guys know the structure, the routine already. I'm gonna finish up this side while the other side is curing, and then add the RTV and the same thing, and let's meet up then. Okay, so we've taken off all of the foam. Now all we need to do is just wipe it down with some alcohol, and then after that we can then go ahead and start putting the RTV and then adding the trim piece to it. And so while we're doing that, checking up on this side looks really good. Like it looks like it's hardening. It definitely feels like it's firming up, and yeah, that's great. We love to see that. So yeah, the one thing I would say is make sure you got a vacuum or something like that so you could just get a little bit of those dusty pieces, or you could use a blower to blow away all of those dusty pieces. I think some of them got down my throat. But apart from that, we are still here, and I think it's worth it because it looks really good. And it just makes the interior look so good. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know why Ford decided to put cream seats and cream panels. Like it's so weird. Like the car is black. Now everything in this car will be black, no cream, no beige. Beige does not belong in a muscle car. See that badge right there? 50 me, no beige, no beige, no beige. That right there, come on now. And if I like you guys, I might show you a little snippet for an upcoming video that I think you guys will like very much, just a little bit. So let me just, sorry about that. And just like that, we're finished with the installation. Now, of course, what you want to do is wipe up any excess, you know, RTV. We use basically the whole thing. So you want to make sure that you use this very leisurely, but you always want to make sure that there's not like excess seeping out the seams. So, you know, I think I did a pretty good job applying it leisurely, but not having a lot of excess spill over. And then of course you just want to press down with it with your hand, make sure it's evenly spread all over the place, because if it's not, then you're going to run into some issues later on. So of course now we're going to set up the same way as we did the driver's side. We've given the driver's side some time to cure, but of course I need to make it home, so we're going to switch it over to this side, and then when I get home we're going to put it on both sides. I think going from the white beige cream to this looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's black and it's boring, but I think I would much rather my car have that than the beige. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I think this is a great mod for your car, especially if you have a garage and you can actually let it cure for a long time. You know, pieces of wood, anything like that would really help it to cure. Yeah, I don't have that luxury, so I'm just gonna put a couple tripods and just call it a night. But yeah, so if you guys like this video, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. So we're gonna make the Mustang a little louder today.
Right here from the custom shop.
Yeah,
That's
man,
great.
hook me up. You feel me? Look at the Mustang.
Yeah, man, this Mustang's great. Mustang GT. With some over axle pipes that deleted the resonators today.
Yo, y'all heard that? Yo, I can't wait to drive it, man. I can't wait. We got the old pipes right here. Lethal Performance over exhaust or over axle pipes or whatever they call it. And I think it's gonna go great with the Valvetronic exhaust system. Yeah, because we're gonna be working on these two pipes right here. As you could probably tell, this did not go well. Oh, now it's open.